Hey guys, it's Colleen, and today we are talking with Julia, the developer of Penelope Pendrick, The Art of Deceit. Hello, welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to get to talk about the game.
Me too, me too. I've played the demo and I love it so much so far. I was wondering, so we all know that you are inspired by Nancy Drew. Do you have any other inspirations for the game?
Um, Honestly, not really. I mean, it's pretty much all Nancy Drew. There are little things here and there, picking up from other adventure games, but for the most part, yeah, it's just Nancy Drew.
Yes, I love that.
I'll be
We all
honest.
love Nancy Drew. Okay, I was also wondering, you wrote a whole Nancy Drew game called the Elusive Lost, correct?
Well, that's how it started out. I mean, it's the same game. That was the original working title. And, yeah, that got changed, probably after the first draft was done.
Okay, yeah, so I was gonna ask if that went into the Art of Deceit. That story?
Yes.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's the same thing. It was just a different name at that time.
Okay, sweet. I'm so excited. Okay, I was also wondering, so we hear about Penelope Pendrick solving the case of her neighbor's death, and it's just something that's talked about, not shown. But you, as a developer, could you tell us a little bit more about that case?
So the demo had an abridged opening because I didn't want to, blast people with a huge wall of like, this is her backstory, just to play the little demo.
Mhm.
So, there's a little more detail in the actual game, but it's still, just the recounting of the story rather than, like seeing a preview on screen or something. There's nothing too fancy involved.
Okay, we'll just hear a little
bit
bit more about it. Okay, sweet. I'm excited. I was curious too. What character did you come up with first, create first?
You mean in terms of the suspects? Or
Yes, yeah.
Okay, the suspects. That's a hard choice. Well, some of these questions I'm going to have a hard time with because it was so long ago. It was, this was 10 years ago. So I don't remember where some of these, like who popped up first. You know what? If I had to pick someone, I would say Stacy. Stacy was probably first in my head just because she's the first one you meet.
Mhm.
So I probably had her in my mind first. But, they were all kind of developed around the same time.
Okay. Do you have a favorite character or suspect in the game?
Ooh, that's tricky. I'm gonna have to say Colin just because he's so unhinged. But like, You'll have to trust me on this one. He has a really good character arc. So
Okay, sweet.
I'll stick by it.
Okay.
He was fun, and he was one of the most fun ones to write too.
Oh,
Because I
man.
mean, each character has their own talking style. So, like some are more fun to write than other ones. I had fun with pretty much all of them, but Colin was the most fun.
Nice. Yeah, just from the demo, I really like Colin and I really like Mitchell. Mitchell makes me like very curious to learn more about him.
Yeah, Mitchell's very complex. He has the most spoken dialogue out of all the suspects in the game, so you get to know him the best, probably because, he's the link to, like, the most direct link to one of the missing people.
Yes.
So, you learn a lot through him, but then you get to know him as a character, too, pretty well. So, yeah, Mitchell's good, too.
Awesome. I was also wondering, like, when you play video games now, do you find yourself like analyzing it more since you've developed a game?
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually a little bit hard to play video games now. Well, okay, first of all, if I play anything like at the moment, I'm like, I can't be doing this. I need to be working on my game right now. So there's that. that was kind of stuck. But that will be over with hopefully soon. But I have a hard time with games in the same genre because, it's the same thing. You're
Yeah.
just overanalyzing everything, and like I've gone back and like taken notes on certain games as I've played them, or like I can't get through without taking notes because I want to, do this in the next game, blah blah blah. So
That's so cool.
yeah, games that are in a totally different genre, I don't do that as much. So I can
Okay.
relax.
Okay. I kind of do something similar when I read books. Like if I read a book and I'm like, I'll like maybe write my own chapter or something into it or something.
Yeah, that's not relaxing.
Yeah. Okay, I was also wondering, what do you like to focus more in the games? The art, mechanics, or the story?
Well, it's changed over the course of the project because, well, I mean, initially, before you can do anything, you need the story, but you need the bare bones of the story. I didn't write the dialogue until like last year. It was one of the last things that I did,
Oh,
but
wow.
I made a really, a pretty complete outline initially. So that was the first thing I did, and then the dialogue is one of the last things I did. Besides, implementing everything into the mechanics. Initially, I was mostly just all art because I didn't know how to do any programming. I didn't know how to use Unity. So
Huh.
I started with what I kind of knew at the time. I say I kind of knew it because I didn't even know it that well. I was trying to learn it, for the game. So yeah,
Yeah. Didn't you
like the
say
art was in the
your
beginning.
what? I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, I was just saying the art was in the beginning, and then now it's like all mechanics.
Okay. Yeah, didn't you say you're like a graphics designer? Didn't you say you were a graphics designer before you started the project?
Yeah. Yeah, I was a graphic designer and like multimedia video type designer until actually, I mean, I worked, on my graphic design stuff doing contract work up until very recently. So they were
Oh,
kind of side by side. But now I've switched over because I don't have enough time now that I have a toddler and I stay at
oh
home with him. So
yeah.
I had to pick one thing, and that was going to be video games.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. What do you think was the biggest hurdle while learning to develop the game?
That's tricky because there have been, I would say everything has been a hurdle in a sense. When you start from not knowing anything, like I didn't know how to 3D model. So the first hurdle was 3D modeling. I think I would say the biggest hurdle was being intimidated by doing certain things or trying to learn certain things. And
Oh.
then realizing that, I can't just learn this stuff. I can do it. It just takes time. So I don't know. It was like the the fear of like not knowing things was the biggest
Oh.
hurdle. But then yeah, you just you learn how to do it and then you move on to the next one.
Oh, that's interesting that it was just like your own mind that was the biggest hurdle, but jumping right into it, you gotta learn. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was weird in the beginning. I would say, like, now I'm very confident because I've gone through all this. And I look back, like, if I'm struggling with something, I'm like, you know what? There's nothing I haven't eventually been able to figure out. So I can figure out this thing that I'm working on. But then, in the beginning, you don't have that confidence because you didn't jump all those hurdles yet.
yeah. Well, I love that. I love that you've become more confident the more you've learned stuff.
Mhm.
Is there something that you've learned in development that you're going to implement more so into the next game?
Oh my gosh, there's so much. Like everything. Yeah, if the amount of time in development for this game that I actually spent, well, okay. There's so much time that I wasted learning things and having to redo things because I didn't know what I was doing that it's just there is so much that will be easier for the next one. If
Oh,
hopefully there
good.
is a next one, hopefully.
Fingers
Uh
crossed.
Fingers crossed. It's just it's a world of difference. I can't even like go into even like for example, it took me a long time to figure out a good UI design that I liked for the game, you know, even just the style of the pop-up windows and, you know, the inventory box, all that. I had to design that. I had to style that, but now it's done. Like,
Yeah.
that whole process is just done for the future. Like, that's crazy. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's 100% different, I think, for the next time around.
Well, I'm so glad about that.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I was also curious when building your team, were they people like was it like colleagues or friends, or did you put out ads for interviews or a little bit of both? And is anybody on your team also fans of Nancy Drew?
Well, actually, how it started out. So, I I don't really have a team anymore. I've pretty much been solo for a couple years now, like totally solo.
Wow.
I did initially have programming help because it was something I thought I wouldn't be able to learn, and then you know, lo and behold, like I was able to learn it. So, like that in the beginning, yeah, I did have programming help that I got through. Have you heard of the Amelia Darnell games?
I have, yes.
Yeah, they're still working hard. They're gonna get something out. It's just, you know, it's hard with volunteers. So what happened was, um, this might have been 2018. I had been working on my game for a couple years. I had some art, but of course I hadn't shared it with anyone. So, Amelia Darnell posted something on the Nancy Drew subreddit for like the first time. So I contacted them and I was like, I will do your art for you if you help me with my programming.
Oh my
So
goodness.
that, yeah, that's how that happened. So that's how I got, you know, my initial team of programmers was from Amelia Darnell, and I do the environment art for their game.
Wow, that is
So
so cool. I
yeah.
didn't realize, there was like, the two different games were helping each other. I love that.
Oh
That's so
yeah, yeah. We're
cool.
like, yeah. I'm like, you know, well, not anymore because I don't have any time to work on their game right now, but like I gave them enough where they should be set for a bit. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean like I'm like pretty much on both teams, so that's cool.
That
But
is so cool. I love that. I
yeah. But I mean, you know, like people get busy and it was all volunteer work. Like I wasn't paying them to do anything. So like it's yeah. It's totally fine that they weren't able to keep working on my game because then it was at the point where I'm like, I feel confident enough that I can finish this by myself. So then it all
yeah.
worked out.
Oh, nice. I was also wondering, you put out music by Katie Verse on your YouTube channel of the music that's going to be in the game. I thought that was really cool. I don't see a lot of that. And I was curious, Katie Verse, were they able to like see a little bit of the game to know how to make the music, or were they just told what vibe to go for?
So I found her on the site Fiverr. I don't know if you've heard of that, but basically
Uh-uh.
it's a site where you just contract people to do certain work. Usually it's creative work. Like I used to work on Fiverr, and so yeah, that's how I found her. And what I did was sent her example music, basically, like, oh, I like, you know, the sound of this. I like because
Oh.
she's a cellist specifically,
Oh,
and
wow.
like, yeah, so it's gonna sound cool no matter what, because like cellos sound really cool.
Yeah,
So it was
yeah.
like I picked, you know, string sounding music that were examples that it's like, okay, I liked, you know, the mysterious vibe in this thing, or I liked how this one was a little more, you know, slow and sad. You know, just kind of pointed out what I liked about each track and then, you know, worked with her. It was kind of a process to like go back and forth with her to try and, you
Yeah.
know, get the sound that I was looking for, but I mean, she was amazing and gave really good work. So, it was totally worth it.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I just love the music in it. I'm so excited. I was also going to ask you, well, Have you heard of the other games inspired by Nancy Drew? You've obviously heard of Secrets of Silvercrest Village. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Have you played the Alex Hill game?
Yeah, me and Hannah and some of the other people who are working on Nancy Drew inspired games have our own little hangout. So it's cool. We're like all friends now.
That's
And yeah,
awesome.
so I played Alex Hill and yeah, and that was a lot of fun. So it's
Yeah.
so cool having like other developer friends who are doing the same thing because it's such a niche thing that you don't have anyone else you can talk to about it who's gonna like care or get it. So like to have someone who understands on that same level, it's like it's so good for your mental health.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that's really awesome. And I've also heard of what was found at Ravenhill. I think I know the least about that one. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's done by Distant Dimensions. I don't know if you've heard that username.
I
Cameron,
oh.
he does super super good 3D art. So that's like his main, I think what he mainly posts on social media, but that's his game.
Okay,
So,
sweet. I did mention, or I did hear Susie mention it. Susie, a different Nancy Drew YouTuber. I
okay.
did hear her mention Distant Dimension. I haven't looked it up yet, but I really need to. I really need
Yeah, you
to.
should look it up because I don't know what he's done since then, but maybe about a month or two ago, he did this like super, super cool Nancy Drew 3D animated video that's just, it's so good. It's so, so good. So, yeah,
Nice.
definitely look him up because just he puts out really crazy stuff all the time. And like me, I'm a 3D modeler in Blender, which is the program that I use and he uses. So I see his stuff and I'm like, oh, it's so good. I want to be that good. But
Oh man,
got it.
I
Next
will
game.
definitely check him out. I was also curious, what Nancy Drew game do you like to replay the most?
Replay. Well, my favorite game is the final scene.
Oh, and didn't you say that was your first one that you played as
It was
well?
also, yeah, it was also my first one. I don't think those are like necessarily related because
Okay.
every time I go back to play Final Scene, I'm just like, I like this game.
Yeah.
I like the dialogue in this game. I think it's a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
And I
I think
really
it's really
like,
well written.
yeah, I really like the culprit reveal in that one too. I think that's like one of the creepiest culprit reveals.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, actually, I don't want to give too much away, but the ending of Final Scene is a loose inspiration for the ending of my game in a
Oh,
certain way.
cool.
Yeah, that's all I'll
Oh,
say. But there's
okay,
definitely,
sweet. I'm so
definitely,
excited.
I am inspired by that game.
That is awesome. And I hope you don't mind a couple more Nancy Drew questions. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. I
Do
can
you
talk about
have,
this all day.
yeah. Do you have a favorite just Nancy Drew character in the whole series?
I don't know if I have a favorite. I'd have to think about that.
Yeah.
Like, there are good ones that stand out. Like, oh man, I can't. Like, there are so many. There are so many characters that it's like,
Yeah,
okay, I have my favorite from this game and my favorite for that game and
that's
XYZ.
true.
But
That's
yeah,
true. I'm thinking about doing like a ranking series where I rank the Nancy Drew characters, but like a video for each game so that like, it's just for ranking
yeah.
within the game because it's hard to do it with all the
If you did
characters.
all of them ranking, it would be so many.
Yeah, yes. Oh man. I was wondering, what Nancy Drew game do you think was the hardest for you?
Um, well, the hard part was like going back playing them now, it's different. But growing up, because I mean, I started playing them when I was little, like 7 or 8 or whatever. So, when I was growing up, the hardest one was Secret of the Scarlet Hand. I
Oh.
started it when I think I was 7, and I finished it when I was 14.
Oh,
That's how
dang.
long it took. Because I couldn't figure it out. I was stuck.
Man.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll say that was the hardest.
I think that one I really need to replay because that one and oh shoot, what is it? The one in Egypt and the one in Greece. All three of those I haven't played in so long. So I need to replay those, but I remember the beginning of Scarlet Hand being like a little bit tedious and like there's a lot of like little like chore work almost before the
There's a
mystery
lot of
starts.
chores.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I do remember the first time I played that, I just kind of got obsessed with Mayan culture and was like studying it more on my own and stuff. But I also did that
That's
with,
awesome.
yeah, I also did that with Marie Antoinette after playing
Oh
Royal
yeah.
Tower as well.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's great. I know, I love the ones that have, real stuff in them, like
Yeah.
real history, real people. So,
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
that's very cool.
They make education fun, so that's always great.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and it kind of makes it feel more real to, the game itself, because it's like bridging the gap into the real world, because, it has these real facts in it, but, there's just a fun fictional story with it.
Yeah. Also, like, in your game, was the environment inspired by any of the Nancy Drew environments?
Maybe bits and pieces. I don't know. Like, for example, there is, I think it's in the trailer, so I don't think I'm dropping any major spoilers or anything, but the back room of the bookstore that you can't get into in the demo
Yeah.
was inspired by the prop room in Stay Tuned for Danger, because I love that room. Just,
Yeah.
stuff, so much stuff. You can look at all sorts of stuff. I love that.
Yeah, I
And
do love
yeah.
that. That one's really good. Some people say that Stay Tuned for Danger is like her interactive still learning how to get into its flow, which it kind of is, but that one's such a great game.
Yeah, the environments are honestly some of the best in the series because they're so big. They're so like expansive, and you can look at everything. And
Yeah.
like you can go in everybody's offices and you can look at all their bookshelves and you can go through all their stuff. There's so much. I actually so the games are made from still, like still images that
Mhm.
are shown in a certain order depending on how you navigate. So there's no real 3D or anything. So what I did was one time was online there was someone who went and they took a screenshot of every single screen in each game. Like it was crazy.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
That must have taken so long. But it was really cool because then you could see how big the environments were in each game.
Yeah.
So Stay Tuned for Danger has like the biggest environment out of any of the Nancy in terms of like the screens you can check out. Yeah, it's
Wow.
crazy. Like it's so good. But I will say my game has an even bigger environment than Stay Tuned for Danger. So
Oh wow.
there's some
I
frame
am
of
so
reference.
excited. I'm so
Yeah, it's pretty
excited.
huge. It's pretty big.
Yeah, also the demo is longer than most game demos, and is that hinting at like how long the game is, or?
Yeah, it's definitely in proportion to the full length of the game.
Oh
So
wow.
I feel like that's, just the intro. It's just a little intro. It's gonna
I
be in terms of length.
Oh my goodness, I am so excited. I was watching somebody else's demo playthrough and I realized that they found more books in the library than I did. So I think I'm going to have to go back and do the playthrough again and see like what all I missed. So I'm really excited to just replay even just the demo. It's going to be so cool.
Yeah. I'll drop this here. There is an Easter egg in the demo. You can find an Easter egg in the demo.
Oh my god. Oh my
Yeah,
god. Now I
I
definitely need to
haven't mentioned
replay
that
it.
anywis else, so
Oh
yeah.
my goodness. Well, thank you. I'm so excited to
Yeah.
replay
It's something to look for.
it. Also, are there any other like detective or puzzle games that you recommend?
Well, let's see. Some of my favorites are I really like the game Antechamber. It's like
Oh.
ANTI chamber. So
Oh.
it's really really cool. It's like all about doing like impossible geometry and stuff to figure out puzzles. You'd have to just like see it to know what I'm talking about. But it's
Oh
a puzzle
man.
game. It's not a detective game, but it's very cool.
Oh man. Okay, I will definitely check that out.
Yeah, it's awesome. I know. I want to play it again at some point. Uh, but then other ones are like, classics like What Remains of Edith Finch.
Oh
Good one.
yeah.
Great one.
Yeah, that is.
And I haven't beaten The Witness all the way, but I do like that game.
I
It's
have
very
that.
polarizing though.
Okay. Oh, well, I have it in my library, but I have not played it yet. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of opinions on that, but I won't go into detail. But I think it's a lot of fun. And the Blackwell series
Oh.
by Wadget I
I haven't
is
heard of
I
that
don't know. Have you heard
one.
of that one? Oh, that one's a good
Uh-uh.
one.
Oh.
Yeah, you definitely look that one up. It's like I don't remember what the first one, but there's like Blackwell Unbound, Blackwell Legacy, Blackwell Convergence. There's like five of them maybe, and they have a
Oh.
series.
Oh, cool.
But
Oh, wow.
yeah, that's like a like side. I don't want to say side scroller, but pixel like 2D adventure game, like old school style, but it has a
Okay.
really good story. So
Okay, that's
yeah.
so cool. Have you ever heard of the game Blueprints? It's a puzzle game.
No, no, I
Oh,
haven't.
that one's really
Yeah, let me.
good. It's like you have to find a secret room in a mansion that your great uncle is like you're able to inherit it once you find this secret room, but the mansion's like always changing rooms and stuff. There's a bunch of puzzles within. It's really good.
Oh, is that the what is it? Is it called Blueprints? Because I know that.
Mhm.
Oh, the Blueprints. Okay, okay. I was thinking
Oh.
blueprints, like the single word. Yes, I
No.
have heard of that. It's on like my wish list or something. But
It's really good. It's really
yes,
good.
no, that's. I heard of like what the premise was. I'm like, that's so clever. Like I've never heard of anything like that before.
Yeah, yeah. Now you said earlier, like, hopefully there'd be a second game. Is that like I'm hoping for it. Have you like thought about more about a second game for Penelope
Yeah,
Pendrick?
I have. I've thought about the fourth game. Like that's how
Oh,
far we're talking.
that's
But this is,
awesome.
in terms of ideas, not in terms of execution. So yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I have a second game if I'm able to go that route, which I don't want to say it's a big if because I probably will be able to.
Hmm.
I have it, fairly fleshed out in my head as to what the premise is going to be.
Man, I'm super excited. I think everyone will be excited for that since everyone's already like super excited about the first game, you know? um,
Yeah, I mean, one game at a time.
yeah,
Hopefully, it'll
yeah.
be as good as people hope it will be, the first game. So,
Yes,
we'll see.
yes. I'm super excited about that. And I was wondering, like, you've already told us a lot of stuff, and you said that there's an Easter egg in the demo, which I'm super excited for. And you've hinted a little bit about the culprit kind of being inspired by the culprit in the final scene. I was curious, is there anything else you can tell us about the art of deceit without giving away too much, you know? But.
Um, I could say so. I mentioned how I like real life people to be involved. Actually, you know what? I think this is touched on in the demo, but the real life person that is, involved loosely in the game is the artist MC Escher, who is the one responsible for. If you've seen pictures of impossible staircases or impossible buildings, where like the
Yes.
staircase looks like it's going forever, or the water looks like it's falling in front or behind, or some like weird architecture.
Yes.
So he's the inspiration for things in this game, and they will come into play as puzzles later.
Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, like in the trailer when you see the paper with the stairs going up and down, I'm really excited to see more about that. And I'm so curious about the woman from the cafe too, how like nobody really knows who she is. And like part of me, it's just my own theory, but part of me wonders if she's like purposely kept anonymous because maybe even she is involved in something. I don't know, but I'm really curious to find out who she is as well. So I'm just super curious. Well,
Yeah, you slowly learn more about her, but I don't want to give too much away there.
okay. I was also curious. Do we ever visit the cafe that she was at, or?
No, unfortunately you don't. I was like, oh, I could have added that, but it's like, no, I gotta draw the line somewhere. Like, there's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah,
So,
I am so
yeah,
excited. Do you have a favorite like type of puzzle by any chance?
in the game or in general?
In general.
In general, I like puzzles that require the environment. Like, for example, you need to notice things in the environment or find clues in the environment, and then try to
Yeah.
figure out something from there, rather than self-contained puzzles like slider puzzles. Like, I hate,
Yes.
personally, I hate slider puzzles.
Dude.
There are no slider puzzles.
Yeah. Okay, good. That is
Just
by
disclaimer.
far that is by far my least favorite type of puzzle.
No, I hate.
Yeah, I actually tried to do my very first Nancy Drew game is Haunted Mansion, and I've done it so much. I know it so well. So I tried to do like a 1 hour challenge on it because I was like, yeah, I could do this. I could do this. But I did on senior mode, and then I got to a slider puzzle, and that was the only
Oh,
thing that messed me
no.
up. It was
Yeah.
awful.
It's like you hit a wall. It's so bad.
Yeah.
There's a puzzle at the end of the Ghost of Thornton Hall where I don't know if you remember this. It's a huge slider, and like you have to like line it up with the pieces on the edge to open the safe at the
Yes.
end.
Oh, yes, I do
Yes,
remember that.
that might be one of my least favorites. Because
Yeah.
it's right at the end of the game too. Like, you have so much momentum from the story, and then it's just like boom, like solve this 3-hour puzzle. That's not fun. It's
Yeah.
like, no.
And also just speaking of puzzles I don't like, is it called nanograms from Water's
Yes.
Edge? I did
I
not
don't like those
those.
either. No, no, I didn't
That
like those.
was awful. And the huge
Ugh,
one at the end of that
huge
game
one.
too.
Oh, I know. Yeah, one thing I learned from Nancy Drew games was don't put a giant, like, boring puzzle right at the end of your game.
Yes.
It's not good for pacing. It just is
Yes. Thank
you lose
you.
all your momentum.
Yes.
It's so not fun.
Well,
tried
thank
not to
you
do
so much for recognizing that.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, to wrap it up here, do you think that too many fans will compare your game with Nancy Drew? Like, do you think I think it's inevitable that some people will try to compare it, considering it's based off of it. But are you scared that some people will compare it too much, or are you excited for people to recognize it as its own thing, like a new, fresh thing?
I'm not worried about people being like, "Oh, you copied Nancy Drew games," because, I mean, I copied it in the sense of like the navigation is the same, and it's the same general format. But other
Yeah.
than that, it's not like I copied any aspect of it, so I'm not worried about that. I
Okay.
think there are also a few mechanics in my game that aren't in Nancy Drew. For
Oh.
example, there is if you see it in you can see it in the demo. If you scroll through the notes, there's a questions page. So what
Oh.
that will be is at certain points you'll unlock different questions that pop up about like, okay, like what is I'm just making this up. What is Gerald's middle name? And then there's a fill in the blank. So you have to answer to be able to progress the game
Oh,
rather
that's
than
cool.
Yeah, so it makes people, I think it makes people more involved rather than just like, oh, I read it on this sticky note somewhere and now, Penelope automatically knows it. It's like, no, the player actually has to pick up on it and then they can, input it in and that will progress the game. So I think there are a few things in the game that will kind of make it stand out a little bit.
Yeah. And I mean, like, we all appreciate that a lot of the mechanics are going to be like Nancy Drew. I just want to make sure people also like realize, it's the start of something new as well. So I'm really excited for that as well. And I just have to say too, I am so curious about what's behind that door in the bookshop. Like, I don't know if
Oh,
it's an
the locked
apartment.
door.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that's what leads to the back room that has the all the stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's
I'll say
right.
that. Yeah.
Okay,
But
okay.
then there's another room you can get to from there that's a secret. So
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I am so excited. I'm so excited. Well, is there anything more that you'd like to add about the game or about Nancy Drew?
Just that I'm working hard. I I really so I dropped the release date. I don't know if you saw that. It was super recently.
No, what day
Okay,
exactly?
yeah, I put out a puzzle and then I gave it a day or two and then just like I don't know if it was earlier this day, I was like, okay, the answer to the puzzle is this. But the release date is November 19th,
Okay.
hopefully.
Okay. I
But
am so excited. I'm putting it on my calendar.
okay. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm working hard. I will be in the beta testing stage soon too. So we need beta testers, but I'll post about that. I don't know how many I need yet. So that's coming up, but
Woo!
I'm hoping I can stay on schedule. I really am. I'm hoping I don't have to push that back, but yeah, we'll try.
Well, Julia, I just want to say we all appreciate your hard work. I'm really excited. And I think the demo alone just shows what an amazing game this is going to be. So I just wanted to thank you so much.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for having me. It was really fun. I really like this.
Yes.
Too bad we can't just talk about Nancy Drew like some more.
Hey, I mean, if you want to get together another time and just have like a fully Nancy Drew chat, I'm
Yeah,
down.
no, I'm down. Yeah. After I get the game out and I have free time.
Okay, sounds good.
We'll do
Yes.
that.
Well, thank you so much, Julia. I've loved this so much. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. And hopefully, we'll chat about Nancy Drew soon. So, or whenever the game comes
Yeah.
out. Yeah. Thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye.